Number three, I have because you're associated with the program and we have the opportunity of saying a few words to you. I just want to introduce our bank to you, and I really request all the startups to build your relationship with us, and I'll tell you why. The reason why I describe a bank to you is that I must say that we are not as well known as the big 3 or 4 banks in the country, because I must say we are maybe the next league of banks, so to say. We knew, but we had the opportunity of starting many things afresh in terms of our thinking, and very proud of that. In a vision sense of the bank, we firmly embed ethical banking and customer-first banking as a very key theme of the bank. Now, you can say, it's just a statement, but it's not. Saying it is one thing, but living it is something else. And we are really making every effort to live it. Now, how do you live, say, an ethical bank statement or a customer-first position? We actually went, to give you one example, we went and checked out the long list of charges that we charge from customers. And we went and checked with our customers whether they understand the statements of banks. For example, let me say, anywhere bank charges, this is the bank, a branch that's outside of you, that's a non-home branch, the charges for that, cash deposited branches is charge structure, cash withdrawal from branches is a cash structure, let me say IMPS, RTGS, everything is charge. So we went and did a research and found customers don't understand this. Believe it or not, 25 charges, you'll be astonished to note, 25 charges, our bank scrapped all the charges, made it plain zero. So you don't understand it, don't charge you. So basically, and people are actually astonished, how can you really do this? Man, if you're running a bank, how do you not charge for 25 charges, which are, millions of customers are paying? So we say we're a new bank, we really don't want any penny in our pocket that doesn't belong to us, our customers, which we earned it a really neat way. Not that any other bank is earning any other way. They're all disclosing, transparent banks, nothing wrong about that. But just that we are new and we have the opportunity of starting fresh. We're the first bank in the country, 75 years in the country, India is paying interest on savings accounts on a quarterly basis. I'm so proud we're the first bank to start paying interest on savings accounts on a monthly basis to customers. So customers are saying interest like a, so basically, just a few examples, the list can go on. To say that we're building a truly happy bank, all of us are very thrilled with what we're building. I'm telling you, your bank is doing really wonderfully well. And, it's a startup award. So I must just say that startups have talked about profitability, but we are also relatively a startup bank. But I must say that we're a profitable bank, and we're making close to about annualized profit over 2,000 crores. So you should know that we're a very profitable bank, so you can very confidently bank with us. The last thing is about Startup Award, since we talked about it today. Obviously all of us who witnessed the program are very proud of all the entrepreneurs who built who are doing amazing things. We are all, of course, as a country also very proud, 100 unicorns, 100 on the way, unicorns, and maybe 70,000 startups, 20,000 coming up every year. It's all like thrilling things. But the most amazing thing is that actually it's only going to get better. And really, I'll tell you why. Because when we say we are like a $3 trillion economy becoming, say, $7 trillion in 2030, just imagine $7 trillion, I mean, that's like 2030, like right in our eyes. Minister Goyal talked about $47 trillion. I mean, I'm just salivating to think about it. But even just this number. So that is a kind of, demand that will come, internal demand. Minister Vaishnav talked about how much the EPFO and employment getting created. That much more employment will get created. So that kind of demand will come in the country. That's really amazing. And to couple it up, that's more important. To couple it up, India is becoming rapidly digitized under the Digital India mission of the government of India. And that's also very powerful. None of I'm sure all startups will agree that nobody could have made all the, billion-dollar valuations if India and the government of India, RBI, had not created the, UPI railroads. It's impossible to have built all the billions. The ONDC is the next big thing, and the father of this ONDC and the Digital India is in front of us, Nandan Nilekani. All of us should give him a really big hand, and I will say that it's really a privilege for all of us to even be with him. So the point is that with the new digital India, economy coming about, coupled with the growth of the Indian economy, that will set us up, and coupled with the platforms India is setting up in terms of UPI, ONDC, and they all AA account aggregator, and many things that are coming up in India. Many more unicorns and startups will come up. So I'm honestly very, very confident that they'll come up. And when we see all the global corporations and about how India, globe is building startup ecosystems, I would definitely say that, Minister Bommai talked about one very interesting thing today, that he wants to build a startup ecosystem in the city, and India really needs to build that. And you know what that means. It's just not building startups, it's really the whole ecosystem. So we'll talk about some other day. And Mr. Bommai really, Chief Minister really talked about one very fantastic line. I noted it in my head, saying that punya and profits, that's, I think it's a great line you left for all of us. I'm personally not so much into punya or anything like that, because I believe that work should show. But I'm really more into concept. I really love the concept you said, and I think all our startups have something to take away today. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure.